Hey guys, what's up? So today I have a mega haul to film for you, and I just want to say I was very frustrated because I just got done filming this and I was in the process of editing the video, and I realized that I literally had my zoom in, so it had like the bottom of my lips all the way up to the top of my head, and that was it. So needless to say, I had to delete it all, and this is take number 2. So anyways, this mega haul is something that has been in the process for a couple weeks now. I just didn't go out and get all of this stuff today. So I have some stuff from Colourpop and some stuff from Morphe, and then today my purpose of going to Walgreens was to pick up the WetNWild brushes, because every time I try to go and get them, they are always out of stock. So when I walked into Walgreens today, they had their huge sale on all of their cosmetics, like every brand. So needless to say, I went a little crazy. So just don't tell my husband, because he may freak out. I'm just kidding. But anyways, so yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just get started. So I guess the very first thing that I should probably show you is the reason why I went to Walgreens in the first place today. So I went to pick up these babies, and these are the new WetNWild brush line. And if you know anything about WetNWild, they have been striving really hard to make everything cruelty-free on their line, and so this is a completely cruelty-free line of brushes. So that's great for any of you guys who are vegan, or you just don't like using the brushes with the real animal hair, or PETA activists, or whatever your reasoning is. But these ones, I mean, these are amazing. They are super, super soft. They are all synthetic, obviously, and I used all of them today to do this look. Everything that I have on my face, I used products that I got from the drugstore today. That way I would be able to give you reviews on some of it and tell you what I think about it. So yeah, I was really impressed with their flat top brush. As you can see, it has my foundation on it, and I've never been one to use foundation brushes just because I hate the streaks that they leave in your foundation. I use more full coverage foundations, just that's the way that I like my skin to look. So I've always used beauty sponges to apply my foundation. And the other foundation brushes that look like the normal paint brushes, I cannot stand those. Like, I had a couple from like when I first started playing with makeup, and I've gotten rid of all of them. So I was super impressed with this brush right here, this flat top one. It made my foundation super smooth. It was so easy to apply. It was not messy, and it was no streaks, very smooth, one full layer. It was all even. So yeah, I was super impressed with this one. I mean, I was impressed with all of them. So if you need any type of brushes, whether you have a million different types and you have a high-end in drugstore, or if you're just starting off and you need a good set of brushes, go get these ones. They start off at 99 cents, and I think the most expensive one is $2.99, and I always see them buy one, get one 50% off, so you cannot beat this price. I know some of you ladies are willing to, like me, spend $25 on a great beauty brush, and these are such great quality, and from 99 cents to $2.99, you can really not beat that price. So the next products that I want to talk to you about are face products from WetNWild. I picked up a few different ones, and the first one I picked up was the WetNWild highlighting and concealing pen, and this I believe is $4.99 for this little baby, and it works really well. The formula on it is really great. It conceals well. The only problem that I have with this is that it wasn't light enough for my skin tone. When I conceal underneath my eyes, I want something that is is a lighter tone than my foundation, because if you do bright under eyes, you're hiding those dark circles. You don't look as tired. You look more awake and refreshed. And with this one, it worked really great, but it was the same color as the foundation that I had on. So I did have to go over it with a little bit of my MAC concealer, just because that's really, really light. And once I blended the two together, it worked perfectly. So I would really recommend this, especially if you don't have really fair skin like me. I would definitely check into getting one of these, because this is really great. The next product that I want to talk to you about from Wet n Wild is something that I've been trying to get my hands on for a while. And when I finally decided I was going to purchase it, I couldn't find it anywhere. So this is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contouring Palette. I got mine in the color Dulce de Leche. And it looks like this. It has the highlighter on one side and then the contour on the other side. And the contour is really great. Both of the formulas are very creamy. I do have this contour on my face today. And I will say that because it is so creamy, you have to be very careful, because if you try to, like, if I would have gone ham like I normally do in my other contour colors, it would have been a mess on my face. Like, I would have literally had to wash my face and redo all my makeup, because that's how pigmented this contour is. Like, it works really well. You just have to be careful with it. Now, the highlighter on the other end, I'm not quite sure if I'm going to actually use this as a face highlighter. It is a matte highlighter, which most of my highlighters are very, you know, they're pearlized, they're very illuminating, they're very glowing. And this one, I mean, it's a beautiful color. The formula on it is super creamy and pigmented, but it's just, I don't think I would actually use it as a highlight on my face. I do, however, have it on my brow bone. I wore it as my brow bone highlight and in the middle corners of my eyes, and it works really well for that. So if you do like matte highlighters, you would probably love this, but just because I like something that's more, you know, sparkly and unicorny on my face, then that's what I want it to look like. So I probably won't use that for that. Okay, the next product that I have from Wet n Wild is their Wet n Wild shimmering palette, and it is in the color I'll Have a Cosmo. And if you can see it, it's kind of a marbled, and it's pink. It's kind of golden, but it's pretty. It's got really pretty champagne colors in it. And the reason why I picked this up is because Wet n Wild had a highlighter that they did in their Fergie collection, and I absolutely loved it. Like, that was probably my favorite highlight that I have ever found. And when I wanted to go back and get more, I realized they stopped making their Fergie collection. So this is the one that I can find closest to this. It's very beautiful. It is, like I said, it has pinks and champagnes in it. I don't know if you can see that or not. It's kind of dark now that I'm filming a second time, but it's very pearlized and illuminating. And it's a little bit golden, but it's not overly golden for my type of fair skin. I don't really like to use golden highlights just because my skin is so fair that it tends to stay on the cooler side. But this one is great, and I believe this is around $5.49 or $5.49 for this palette. I'm not quite sure. Don't quote me on that. But like I said, right now, at least at my Walgreens, all the Wet n Wild products are buy one, get one 50% off. So I did end up getting that contour palette for like $2.50, and I ended up getting this one for around $4. And then the next face product that I want to talk to you about from Wet n Wild is something that's not very new, but it is a new formula, and that's the Wet n Wild Color Icon Blush. And I got mine in the color Rose Champagne, and they have like 5 different ones to choose from. The real light pink that I wanted, they were all out of. So I picked up this one. It's like a nude pink. It's very universal. It's this one right here. It has like a lot of glow to it, and I think that it would be great for any type of skin tone or any look that you do, and it looks like it would be a really good summer shade, which was kind of what I was going for when I was shopping for all these products. I was looking for more like spring and summer shades. So, and this was like $1.99. seriously, for this much blush. So even if I would have gotten all of them and didn't like some of them, you couldn't go wrong for $1.99 for blush. Okay, so the next product that I purchased is probably my favorite product out of everything that I bought today. And that is the Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Mascara. And it just comes in a small tube like this. This is $2.49 for this. And as you can see, the applicator is very small. It's not as small as the L'Oreal Plumper, but it is on the smaller side. It's not like a regular mascara brush. And the reason why I like this one so much is I wasn't really a big fan of the L'Oreal Brow Plumper just because I didn't like the formula. I thought it was a little on the liquidy side, and I go pretty crazy with my eyebrows because I don't normally wear a brow pencil. I just use like a brow gel, and with that, it made a mess all over the place. Like on my eyelid, like underneath my brow bone, on the top of my brow bone. It was such a mess. I'd always have to clean it up afterwards. This one is like a real thick formula, and it's what I'm wearing on my eyebrows today. And I put this on probably 7 hours ago, and it still looks really good, and it doesn't put a ton of product in your eyebrows, so your eyebrows don't feel like, they still feel natural. It doesn't feel like you have a ton of product in your eyebrows. So this is probably my favorite purchase of today. So if you need a brow mascara, definitely try this one. Okay, so the next products that I got are from Milani, and I only picked up a few things. The first thing that I picked up was the Milani eyeshadow primer, and this is $7.29 for this bottle. And this one is pretty much an exact dupe for the Too Faced Shadow Insurance and the Urban Decay eye primer, the original potion. And I put this on underneath my eye makeup today, and like I said, this is now 7 hours strong, and it still looks really fresh. So I would definitely recommend this, especially since this one, yeah, it's a small, but it is $7.29 compared to the other ones that are $20 and more. So if you're looking to get an eyeshadow primer, I would probably, this is definitely like hands down the best eyeshadow primer that you can find at the drugstore. This is better than the e.l.f. one for sure. And then the next product that I got was a Milani Prime Perfection Face Primer. This is the hydrating and pore minimizing one. And I have the black bottle, which is the mattifying primer, and I just received in my Ipsy bag the Makeup Forever HD primer. If you watch my Ipsy bag, and I've used it the last week, and I am absolutely in love with that primer. Like, that primer is amazing. Now, I do understand that Makeup Forever is really great quality makeup, and it's also expensive. So I wanted to try something that was like a hydrating primer from the drugstore. I had tried the e.l.f. hydrating primer, and it was absolutely terrible, at least for my skin. It left like a layer of grease on my face. It was so gross. So I ended up passing that along, and it was probably just because of my skin, because my skin is normal to oily. It is not normally dry. But I did want to just try a hydrating primer just because I did like that Makeup Forever so much. This one worked really well. I think it did a really great job keeping my face makeup on for most of the day. The only thing that I can say about this is it's definitely not pore minimizing. I use the Benefit Professional a lot, and with that one, I can tell as soon as I put it on and it dries just for a second, I can see it's literally making my pores smaller and invisible. With this one, it did nothing. I put it on my face and I let it dry, and it looked the exact same. So this is definitely not pore minimizing, but for it being a good face primer, I would say so. The last Milani product that I got is another one of their powder blushes, one of the rose blushes, and this one is in Romantic Rose. And if you see my other one, I bought the Tea Rose color of this, and I'm absolutely obsessed with it. I was using it almost every day until I got my matte Contour Yourself palette, And so I picked this one up just because it looks like it would be a really great all-around color, something that you could wear if you have barely any makeup on, and something that you could wear if it's summertime. And it gives you like a really nice rosy look without being too overpowerful. So I really like this one. This is $8.49 for this blush right here, but I think they're definitely worth it. I almost like these ones better than their baked blushes, which I can't believe I'm saying that, but I really like these, the rose blushes, the powder blush. I don't know why. Okay, moving on. I'm just going to go over these real quick. I picked these up just like I was saying. I was looking for something to wear during the spring and summer, and so I picked up these two CoverGirl True Blend blushes, and I picked up the light rose and the medium rose colors. These were also on sale, buy one get one half off. They're regularly priced $9.99, so I got one for $4, and this is what they look like right here. This one is the medium, and then this one is the lighter tone. When you swatch them, they are kind of peachy pinks, which is one of the reasons why I like them so much. I do have the medium rose blush on my face today. I don't know if you can really see it. The lighting in here is pretty crappy since it's it's dark out now. But that's what they look like. Can you see that? Okay. And I really like them. They're really pigmented. I'm not sure if I like them yet more than the Milani blushes, but we'll see. So I'm going to give those a try out for spring and summer. The next brand I'm going to go with is Maybelline, and I picked up a few things from them. They were out of a few things that I wanted to try from Maybelline. But the first thing that I picked up was the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Pressed Powder in number 100, which is translucent. And I wanted to purchase a pressed powder because I've never used a pressed powder before. I've always used loose powders, and I was so surprised with how well this worked. Like, I thought I was going to have to rub my brush in it a million times before I could see the difference on my face, and I didn't have to use that much of it at all. And my loose powder normally makes a mess, like all over the place, and with this it didn't make a mess at all, and it set my face really well, especially like where I put my concealer at underneath my eyes. Like, there was no creasing at all. I was really impressed with this Maybelline Fit Me powder. If you're looking for a drugstore powder, I would recommend trying one of their Fit Me powders. And then the other two things that I picked up from Maybelline are lipsticks, and they are from the Creamy Matte collection. I picked up Daringly Nude and then the Blushing Pout. And Blushing Pout is what I have on my lips right now. And I'm going to swatch them for you guys just so that you see, because when I swatched Blushing Pout for the first time, I was really nervous that it was going to be way too like mauve-y pink for my lips. So there's the swatches right there. This one is the Daringly Nude. This is the Blushing Pout. And like I said, I was really nervous that it was going to be way too mauve-y and pinky for me, but it dried down and it kind of toned itself down because they are technically matte. I will say this, I don't think it's a true matte formula, just because, yes, it does look matte, but there is a lot of transfer. And maybe that's just because I'm used to using liquid matte lipsticks, but these ones are not, they transfer, and so they're not completely dry. I will say they're extremely comfortable. There are some matte lipsticks out there that you put them on and it literally hurts your lips because it gets so dry. These are not like that at all. They are very hydrating. Like, even now, it's still super comfortable on my lips. So I do like those. If you're looking for something that looks matte but it's not going to dry your lips out, I would recommend these ones. And these are $7.49 for one. And they were on sale at Walgreens. Buy one, get one 50% off. So there you go. Okay, so my next product, we're almost done with the drugstore brand. The next product I just wanted to go over with you are the L'Oreal Paris color rich eyeshadows, and I just wanted to buy a couple of them just because I don't need a lot of single eyeshadows because I have so many palettes, but I did want to try these out because I've heard really good things about them. So I picked up 3 colors, and this one is Green Promenade, and then this one is Cafe Au Lait, and then this one is Little Beige Dress. And those are all 3 that I'm wearing on my eyes right now. And I will say this, the L'Oreal These Color Rich formula, it's very creamy and it's very buttery. The only thing that I can say about them, and let me show you real quick. Okay, so those are the swatches on those. You see that green? I know it's kind of weird with my lighting. Can you see it better back here maybe? Okay, so the 2 that I got, the Little Beige Dress and the Cafe Au Lait, are matte colors. The Green Promenade is a shimmer. The Green Promenade, you have to use a ton of this to get some color payoff. Like, it takes, you have to build it up. It's just, or, you know, use Fix Plus on your brush. You're not going to get a huge color payoff if you just use a regular brush and dip it into this naturally. The other 2, on the other hand, the Cafe Au Lait and the Little Beige Dress, the matte ones are super rich pigments. And so these ones you wouldn't have to use anything with. I do think the Cafe Au Lait is a really pretty, this one right here, the Cafe Au Lait is a really pretty chocolate color. It's more of a cool tone than it is it's not a warm chocolate. It's more of a cool tone, but it's a great crease color. And then this Little Beige Dress is it's a true nude. I mean, that's the closest thing that I can think of. It is really a true nude. And so it's a little darker. You know, you can use it as an eyelid color. You wouldn't have to just use it as a brow bone highlight. Overall, I do think these are really great. I wish I would have gotten another one of the shimmer colors just so I could compare it. Maybe it's just the Green Promenade formula. I'm not sure. If you guys know or if you've used these before, leave a comment below and let me know what you think about them. But I wish I would have gotten one more shimmer just to see if it's the shimmer formulas or just this one by itself. And these L'Oreal singles go for $5.99 for one. So the last actual drugstore brand that I picked up are this brand I've been using for years. I've been using their retractable eyeliners, and I use their felt tip liners and their bold liners, and it is exclusive to Walgreens, I believe. It is the Jordana collection. And they're super cheap and they're really great. So I decided to try a couple new things by her. And the first thing that I picked up was the Best Lash Extreme Volumizing Mascara. And I really like this. And it's pretty basic. I really like this. It's what I'm wearing on my eyelashes today. The only thing I can say is that I guess I'm just used to having very, very voluptuous eyelashes to the point where they're almost towards the clumpy side, I guess you would say, just because they're really thick and voluptuous. This gives you a dramatic look, but it still leaves them long, and it's not like really voluptuous to the point where it's almost clumpy. So I'm getting used to it. I did like the product, but like I said, it's not something that I'm used to my eyelashes looking. So, but this bottle right here was $3 for this. So you can't, and they have other ones, like if you like more length than you do volume and things like that, they do have a couple different formulas to choose from, so you can't beat this for $3. And then the other thing that I got from Jordana is the Easy Liner for lips. And these are just like their retractable gel liners for your eyes. And I heard really good things about these. People say that they're super creamy. These go for $2.29. So I picked up one in every color except for the dark brown, just because I don't normally tend to wear like brown lipsticks. So I picked up the rest of them, and I do have, let's see, which one is it? I do have Rose Crush underneath my matte lipstick right now. I will say this, they're very pigmented. They work great for being $2.29 a piece. I don't think that they're very creamy. I think that the Rimmel lip liners are a lot creamier than these, but then again, those I believe are like $6 and these ones are $2.29. So they applied well. They had a lot of pigment and color. It's just they weren't super creamy. If you like your lip liners to be super buttery, I wouldn't suggest getting these. Okay guys, so that's the end of my haul. I hope you really liked this video. I hope I didn't talk your ear off. I know it was a super long one. I just had so many products to cover. If you have any questions, comments, or tips for me, please leave those in the comment section below. If you loved this haul, please give it a thumbs up so I know to do more of them. If you have any questions, you can always send me a PM or find me on my Facebook page or even on my Instagram page, all under Glamgamergirl. If you love my videos, please subscribe to my channel, and I will be posting videos every Tuesday and Saturday, so keep watching. Thanks guys, see you later, bye.